Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, founder of Function Pilates, located here in Tempe, Arizona. And today I'm filming out of the Chandler, Arizona location. So in today's reformer workout, I am going to do a beginner slow flow workout. So it is going to be more involved for those who are new to Pilates, need an introduction of what Pilates would be like, just need a lot more of that guidance, a little bit more of that slow flow feeling for today. This is going to be your workout. I'm working on a balanced body piece of equipment here, and for those that are working on a different model at home, I'm going to make those recommended spring settings for you for each exercise. For those that are new, welcome. I have over 80 workouts here on the channel. You can take a look in the playlist section. And also, if you are new to Pilates, to this channel, and are looking to enhance your own Pilates workouts, do your own workouts at home, or become a certified Pilates instructor, Function Pilates has a virtual teacher training program and an additional in-person teacher training program if you are in the area. So if you're interested, go ahead and click on that link below in that description box. And also, if you're interested in owning your own Function Pilates studio in your neighborhood, you're already a certified Pilates instructor, or you're definitely wanting to go on that route, I would love to chat more with you about how you can get started. And again, I will make some recommended workouts here on the channel for you to do if you really enjoy this workout. So if you're ready to get started, let's go ahead and begin.
Let's go ahead and begin by setting ourselves up for footwork. So finding a nice appropriate spring tension, I have on 2 reds, a green, and a yellow, which is 3.5 springs. So it's a nice medium weight. Lying down on our back, feet are on the ledge to begin, and let's just go into some little pelvic tilts. So placing your hands on the lower portion of your abdominals and just start to feel the movement of your hips here as you begin to imprint your low back and then arch through your back. So just feeling the shift of what your spine can do and how we can find our way back into a neutral spine here. Just feeling that connection that our abdominals make. Maybe we're going to bridge ourselves up ever so gently. And then roll through the spine here to imprint one piece at a time. Press through those feet. Begin to peel your hips up into a nice low bridge. And then roll your spine down to start to feel the movement that contributes into your spine. Pressing those arms firmly down. Nice gentle jaw, and the chest is wide open. Take your right ankle over your left knee, and then from here, bridge those hips up and hold. We're going to lower back down. So you might feel a deeper hip flexor stretch occur in that hip. Think of that right knee reaching to the opposite side of the room. As you push through your left foot, squeeze that glute to bridge yourself up. Set that foot down. Let's take that left ankle above the right knee. Breathe to prepare. Exhale, squeeze with that right glute to peel up. Lower it down. Nice. Exhaling and inhaling. And notice each of your legs here, which hip might feel a little tighter, which one you had more flexibility with. Setting that foot back to the foot bar and adjusting for our footwork. Exhale, press out to straight legs, inhale to bend. So as we firmly push through that foot bar, again, maybe take those hands back to the lower portion of your abs and start to allow this to remind you on pulling down and through the abs, pulling down to stabilize through the hips and creating a deeper connection with your body. Good. About 10 repetitions here. We'll take those toes down to the foot bar, heels are lifted, exhale, stretch out long. Good. Challenging yourself to keep those heels elevated and really practicing to apply pressure in each of your toes here so that they're equally being worked on and strengthened here. As you push out to long legs, feel as though that you're opening up through your hips as they were headlights. Just to add a little deeper stretch, a little bit more length through your bodies. Let's go up to your heels in a wide position. Maybe coming down just to the arches here. And press. So that we're applying a little pressure through the soles of our feet. Because everything is connected to our body. And it starts from the feet. So we always want to be gentle with the feet. We always want to give them a little extra attention and care. Beautiful. Coming back to your toes in the very center of the foot bar, press out. Drop those heels under, get a stretch through those calves, lift those heels, and then drop them again. But we're avoiding any bounciness. So you want to be firm. You want to be very precise and continue to have a strong form here. Activating through those thighs and applying that pressure through the toes. Take it into your prances. So we're alternating legs, but we're pausing through the center, which makes this a little different than running. It actually helps to strengthen your ankles. So if you're one who needs a little ankle strengthening, prances are going to be the better choice for you. Taking it one final stretch and then bring it back home. So we're going to sit ourselves up and we'll go into some single leg footwork. So as we reduce that spring tension, I'm going to 2 reds and 1 blue, which is again more of a medium weight since we are only doing one leg at a time. So again, we're going to reset ourselves up with both heels on so that we're in good alignment, and then take the left leg to tabletop. Exhale, press out. Finding that control so that we're not slamming back into the stopper, but you're working the muscles the same way that you push out and as you pull back in. Same amount of speed, same amount of tension. Nice, active, beautiful tabletop there on that left side. Really feel like the leg is being energized here. Switching sides. Set yourself up, right legs to tabletop to press out. Again, about 10 repetitions here. Exhaling and inhale. And if you like the hands over your belly here to make that a reminder, I would definitely recommend doing that as well. If you have a hard time connecting when we're supposed to be actively engaging our abdominal muscles. So as you press out, we should draw those abs down and in. Good. Right toes are on. Left leg is going to bend and extend. So pull it to that tabletop, stretch it over. Bend to tabletop and stretch it over. Perfect. The work of the leg just hanging out also really helps to develop that core strength that we're looking for. Good. Nice and easy. And deliberately placing that foot back down, right leg goes over the foot bar, and then as we exhale, we bend to tabletop. So a little coordination here for the brain, for the body, all part of our Pilates principles. Beautiful. Keeping a nice grounded, equally weighted hips on the carriage. And bring it down. Let's sit ourselves back up again. And we're going to go down to 1 red, 1 blue, which is 1.5 springs. So it's on a medium weight here for our upper body. And I'm in the loops today. You can have handles on, that's not a big deal. Finding your tabletop one leg at a time. Arms up, and then exhale. We're going to press them straight down. Good. So this is actively being used with our back muscles. So even though the arms are doing the movement, tune in to the muscles underneath our armpits here. And just feel how much stronger they're getting. Maybe you're adding flexion. Maybe you want the head down. As we add flexion, think of reaching those fingertips towards that foot bar. Exhale, curl gently. Eyesight should be down on that belly button. If your eyes are looking up at the ceiling, you're going to create extra neck tension. Maybe you're adding in, extending the legs. So work with your body, introducing different variations, and this will allow you to get stronger as you build through your Pilates practice. Find that foot bar, take a little breather. Once you're ready, find that tabletop once again. Exhale, curl it up into one side here. So you're flexing, but you're going to your oblique. You're using your obliques to go to your left hip. So stretching over to one side. Just feel that extra pinch, that extra heat develop there. Beautiful job. Nice and easy, not rushing through it. Rest, take another breather. We're going to go to the right side this time. So just angle your arms over to the right side. When you're ready, tabletop those legs here one at a time and exhale, lift. Maybe gently sway your knees off to one side to provide extra space for the rotation. Beautiful. Exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. And then carefully rest and relax. Good. You guys can hang those loops back up and then sitting yourself all the way up. Headrest is going to stay at its top location here. You can always use a pillow or a ball to be on our side. And then if you haven't already, reduce your tension down to one red spring here or one blue. So a medium weight or a lighter weight for our glute work here. So from here, we're going to go into clams. Heels are together. That strap's above the knee. We're opening up that knee, but we're not opening up so much where you're going to feel your hip rock back. So it could be a smaller movement. It could be very, very tiny. But you are going to emphasize the glute work here in that right side. Look straight ahead and keep those shoulders stacked. From here, we're going to transfer the loop down to our arch of the foot. Deep breath. The bottom leg is going for the ride. And we're going to go ahead and take a little stretch. So pull that top leg back a little bit and then straighten the leg. So as you bend your knee here, you're going to feel potentially a stretch in the front of your thigh and that quad, but also you're going to develop this work being made through the back of the leg here. And this can be tricky, so just go slow with it, keeping the knee in line with your hip. You're in charge of the strap. Don't let the strap be in charge of you. Good. Deep breath, extend and release. Again, anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions, depending on where you're at today. Reach that leg up, circle it around, pull through that strap to feel the work develop there in the glute. Again, I like to say, even if you're brand new to Pilates, you're finding your way here, you're being introduced to these exercises, but even if you've been doing Pilates for years, it's so nice to kind of go back to the basic principles and then really just tune into your body and how much more work we can actually do when we're paying attention. Reverse when you're ready. Good. Exhale, pull down. It's about seeing the progression that you've made over time. Doesn't mean that the exercise needs to be super challenging or hard. We can definitely make it harder in these more modified positions. Next variation, we're going to go ahead and just take that foot out, find the foot bar, and then go into a little arm work here. So stack those hips and knees, let it go for the ride. Arm reaches up, and then it's going to drop down to the hip to circle around. So again, since we're going into arm work, hopefully you won't have to make any necessary spring adjustments, but if you need to, definitely go ahead and do that. And just as you go through these circular movements, you can just feel like your shoulder dropping away from your ear to provide space. Reverse it when you're ready. And just be gentle with yourself. So if you have shoulder issues, making sure that you stay in a safe place. Try not to go behind your back so much where it can be jeopardized. Good. Nice deep breathing. Bend the elbow and then straighten the arms to go into a little tricep work here. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Exhale. Nice and slow. Those abs are pulling in towards the spine. Our focus is on our body and the activation that is being made. Good. Set that loop down. So let's go ahead and turn ourselves around to the other side to reset ourselves up. Finding that loop above the knee again. Starting with the heels together, toes apart for our clam. Shoulders are stacked, head is resting, melting in. Open and close. Beautiful. Open and close. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Good. Taking that loop, let's place it around the arch of our foot. And then we're going to go ahead and take our legs straight. So keep the knee in line with your hip. And this is the tricky one. So we're going to bend the knee nice and slow. And then straighten out that leg. So again, for those that have knee issues, going into this deep flexion may not feel so good. So work within an area that feels right for you. Just really taking your time here so that you can stay in control of the strap. Perfect. Exhale, straighten out. Good. Focus on that breath. Focus on mind-body connection as you relax through your facial muscles. Leg goes up and we circle it around. Good. Draw those abs in and really allow that to facilitate the movement as we circle that leg around. Beautiful. Keep breathing and then reverse when you're ready. Really putting the pressure there into the loop. Stabilizing through those hips. Perfect. And then go ahead and carefully removing that for our next variation with our arms. So our legs are connected, arm goes straight up. We're going to go into that circle, so drop it down, sweep it carefully around. Nice and slow. We're working through the shoulder socket, working through the side of our back muscles here. 90% of our shoulder is made of muscle, so it's so important to really exercise the shoulders. Reverse when you're ready. It's important to keep them strong to help create better posture, avoid rounded shoulders, and keep our chest wide open to decrease any tightness. Take it into that tricep press here. So bend the elbow and then straighten out the arm. Deep breath. Just kind of rest your head back down again into that headrest or that pillow. Good. Carefully setting that back down. Beautiful job. So go ahead and sit yourself up here. And we're going to go ahead and just take it more into a lunge, just to get a little stretch. So if you want to add an extra spring to have a little heaviness, sometimes that feels good for these stretches. You can be on one red, or you can add a blue spring, 1.5 springs. Take it to your hamstring stretch here. Keeping those hips squared. So again, you want to think of the right hip back, the left hip forward. Coming down, let's repeat that. So Eve's lunge. It's almost like you want to tuck your tailbone under to send your hips forward. And then just gracefully right into your hamstring stretch. Pushing the back of the knee towards the floor. Let's bring it back in. Setting yourself back up for that nice low lunge. Shoulders are down. You can always use a pillow or a towel underneath your knee if you have any, if your knees are sensitive. Keeping that chest open. Good. One more time, finding that low lunge. Hip flexor stretch, you should feel in the front of the right side. And then gracefully into your hamstring stretch, so you should feel this in the back of your left leg. Okay, coming down to a seated position here. So you can always use a box, you can have your legs straight out, or you can be crisscrossed. From here, you're going to go ahead and take those fingertips together. So one red spring is recommended here, one medium spring, I should say. Just think of your spine being tall, so if you can't keep your legs straight, you can always have a little micro bend to them so that you are really reaching up out of your hips. Good, exhale, soft elbows as you pull it in. Turn the palms up, bend those elbows, and deliver. So we're working through the front of those shoulders once again. So keeping that nice form, keeping the shoulders in their socket, just intentionally as you reach out, you want to maintain that position. So you don't want to feel like your shoulders are reaching out of alignment. So it's nice to go a little slower so you can just really feel the work. Straight arms here. Good, reaching up and down, our reverse chest expansion. Good. Maybe puff your chest up a little bit more if you feel like you're sinking down. So we're working our abdominal muscles with our low back muscles. They're working as a team here to help provide a nice tall position. Exhale it and inhale to lower. Beautiful. And carefully return it all the way back in. Let's go ahead and turn to one side here. So zigzag the legs if that's a capability for you to go into mermaid. And then just add maybe a little bit of a circular motion with the arm to increase the mobility through our spine. So it's like you're shining your heart up towards the ceiling, you're shining it down towards the floor, and just feel, what does that mean to you? And coming back in. Press it back up and over again. And stretch. Maybe there's a little bit more movement here after that first round. And then bring it back in. Take a nice counter stretch here to reverse it. Pulling with that shoulder block hand. And then take it to the other side. Deep breath here to push away, become parallel to the floor, and then start to just gently sweep that arm around. It's like it's getting longer here, so you can feel the ribs stretching, feeling more space being created in your body. Coming back up. Deep breath here as we take it over and again. It's getting a little bit longer. Beautiful. And then getting up nice and tall, take that counter stretch as we reach to the other side of the wall. And then go ahead and carefully stand on up. And we'll finish today's session with a couple roll downs. So sweep those arms up. Let's just take a dive down. Relax your body. And then scoop your body up. Pulling those shoulders down and back. Head's the last thing to come up. One more time. Gently reach down to the floor. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're new, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. If you did like it, leave a comment and a thumbs up. Thanks.